Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. I was wearing this look last month in my BOXYCHARM unboxing video, and I got a lot of requests for that, and I also got a lot of requests for the look that I was wearing in my last video, my last unboxing. So I went to Instagram and I asked you guys which one you wanted to see most, and I got the most votes for this look, and I love this, especially with fall coming up. This is just going to be like my go-to look. I know it is. And this look, both of the eye looks that I was wearing in both videos was from the 35T palette from Morphe. So this is kind of like my go-to eye look with that palette. So if you'd like to see how I got this full look, then go ahead and keep on watching. Like I said before, I am using the 35T palette from Morphe, and I'm just taking this taupe shade. As always, I always start out with a transition shade. This just helps everything to blend out really nicely. So I'm just taking that in windshield wiper motions all the way from outer corner to inner corner. Using a Sigma E25, I'm picking up this really beautiful rich brown shade. You guys know I love these rich brown shades that have that nice red undertone to it, and I'm just applying that to the crease and really getting some definition. But you can see I do kind of bring that in on the outer third of my eye first and then sweep it up into the crease. To really deepen up the outer corner of my eye, I'm taking this dark brown shade and just a really small blending brush, and I'm applying that to basically the outer third of my eye, really concentrating it there, and then whatever's left on my brush, I do bring it up into the crease just a little bit. And before I go in with my lid shade, I'm just taking that same Sigma E40 brush that we started out with and blending out any harsh lines. For the lids, I'm using this light bronze shade. This is probably my most used shade out of this whole palette. Like I said, this is kind of my go-to look for this, and I love this color. It's a really shimmery, pale bronze, so just pack that all over the lid, and then whenever I do that, I do like to go back in with a little bit more of that rich red chocolate brown shade on that same Sigma E25 brush and just add a little bit more definition back to the eye. And then it is time for winged liner, and I did mine a little bit more dramatic. This may not be dramatic for everyone. I don't do like crazy winged liner, so this one is a little bit more dramatic for me, but I feel like it just looks really beautiful, especially with the lashes that we're going to be wearing. For mascara, I'm using this one from MDM Flow. This one actually came in my BOXYCHARM box, and I have been loving this. It really helps to lengthen my lashes, but of course I'm just prepping for falsies because in the look I was wearing these Lotus Lashes number 45s. They're a really beautiful kind of piecey look that has a nice flare to them. And then it is time for my under eyes, and you guys know I love my Maybelline Age Rewind-Brightener. I concentrate that right where my bags are like their worst. Then I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Classic Ivory and highlighting with that and also concealing. So I'm just using that on my eyes, a little bit on my chin, around my mouth, down the bridge of my nose, and then right in the center of my forehead. And you guys know the drill. Blend it all out with a damp beauty blender. This is going to help soak up any excess that you have on your face if you go a little too overboard, and it just blends everything out flawlessly. To set my concealer, I'm using the Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I have been loving this stuff lately. I took the little sifter out so I can just dip my beauty blender in there and go right over my concealer. And I'm also taking this right along my jawline, right below where my contour is going to be, just going to help make it look nice and sharp. To warm up my skin, I'm using this bronzer from Ofra, and I have been loving this. I've talked about them before, but I'm just taking a big fluffy brush and bronzing up my skin, just giving it a little bit more life. So I took it on my temples, on my cheekbones, and then also taking this down my neck. Using Shadow Play from my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and my trusty contour brush from Real Techniques, I feel like I only use this brush for contouring. I'm taking that on the hollows of my cheeks and also on the sides of my chin. Then of course I'm going to contour my nose, and I always like to go in with a very small blending brush first and just get that contour mapped out, and then I also go in and just buff out those lines so it doesn't look so harsh. For my cheeks, I'm using Papaya from City Cosmetics. I love this blush. It's such a pretty color, and I'm doing it a little bit lighter than I usually do just because we are going with a bold lip. And then it's time to highlight. I'm using the one from that Ofra bronzer, and this is such a pretty highlighter. I'm applying this to the tops of my cheekbones, above my arch of my eyebrow, and I'm also going to take it on my chin in just a very small amount on the tip of my finger, and I apply that to the very end of my nose. To finish up my eyes, I'm taking MAC Smolder Eye Kohl and taking that all along my upper waterline. And I also took that on my lower waterline and right on my lash line, but my eyes flip out, so I didn't record it. And then I'm taking that really rich red-brown shade and running that all the way from outer corner to inner corner to really smoke it out. And of course, hit those bottom lashes with mascara. I especially love that mascara for my bottom lashes. For my lips, I am first going to be lining them with this Plum lip liner from Jordana, and I'm just lightly lining them, and then I also go in and I fill in just the corners of my lips just to give a little bit of added definition. And then for my lip color that everybody was raving about, it is Berry Me from Dose of Colors. These liquid lipsticks are beyond. They are so creamy and so smooth, and they don't dry out my lips at all. I'm just obsessed with them. I need it in every single color. But once you get that lip color on, your look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.